What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be reacting to I built an airless bike. An airless bike.
This is a bike that works with no air. I built it to see if it'll make me faster. Guys, I'm actually going so fast. But I accidentally made
No air? What's holding it up?
6 months ago, I built a bike with airless tires out of PVC pipes because airless tires are said to be the cheapest and fastest mode of bike transportation technology, which is perfect because racing bikes are...
Chimpan, monkey, I mean, a Negro.
So my goal was for this to hopefully level the playing field a little bit, but I don't think I could have possibly been more wrong. I spent thousands of dollars on this bike, entered it into a bike race, and immediately got kicked out of the race because the bike wasn't race legal. So I went home and spent the next few months devising a plan, building a blueprint, and again, wasting thousands of more dollars to finally see if airless tires really do make you faster. Step 1, improved airless tires.
Okay, here we are again. PVC pipes did not work last time, so I went
Wait.
to Google.
Cover up the pipes, go over to the same area, show them the bike, they'll see that it's regular, you're able to ride, then you win every race.
And apparently you can just buy airless tires on Amazon. I wish I would have known that before I filmed the last video, but they're rated 3 out of 5 stars and they're gonna take 2 months to get here. So while I wait for these airless tires to arrive, I'm gonna work on making this bike race legal.
Step 2, building this bike to regulation. 2 months ago, I got this comment on the first episode of this series from the race regulator Tony, who kicked me out last time, and I somehow convinced him to help me build this bike to regulation.
Now Tony told me he's going to be free on Monday morning to examine the bike and make sure it's up to regulation standards so that
what I just witnessed,
I'm not gonna get kicked out again. That means I have 50 hours to pull this thing off.
Yeah, it's actually more like 24 hours because I spent the first day trying to 3D print bike parts, but 3D printed bikes haven't been invented yet, so it was a lot harder than I thought. Here's my new plan.
Okay, boys, good morning. It is the next day. We have 24 hours until we're meeting up with Tony, and we have a lot of work to do. I spent the entirety of last night messaging people on Facebook Marketplace for bikes that I can pick up today. In order to make this bike race legal, I need 2 separate bikes. One actual racing bike that I can harvest parts from, and one actual BMX bike that will fit the airless tires I bought on Amazon. 24 inches, to be exact. And the other was 60. Still kind of expensive, but it's better than spending $20,000 on a luxury racing bike. But bikes are kind of Now the first step is going to be to take the wheels off of this bike.
Now I have absolutely no mechanical experience at all, and everything I've ever built has broken. But I'm willing to get my hands dirty if it means I'll be able to race.
My hands are already absolutely disgusting. Now we have to remove the rubber part of the tire so that we can replace it with the airless one.
My goal for this video is to enter this bike into a professional level bike race without getting kicked out and without the bike breaking down. In order to do so, I need to focus on 5 main characteristics: tire size, handlebar direction, weight, brakes, and seat. So after taking the rubber part of the tires off, the next step was to...
Okay, so the next step is going to be to attach the airless tire to the rim of the bike.
Hey! Follow the Twitch, link in description.
Yeah, that was a lot easier said than done. All of the reviews said that the tires were nearly impossible to get on. But after trying every single method possible to get these tires on, including boiling them in hot water, prying them open, and brute forcing my way in, airless tires were finally done. So after attaching them onto the bike,
I now present to you the first actual airless tire bike on this channel. Not DIY.
So there's no air in it. Something isn't adding up.
I've been coming. I'm gonna continue to come.
DIY, this is an actual airless tire bike. And it looks pretty dang cool. Guys, that's insane. That is absolutely wild. I'm actually proud of myself right now. I was so upset.
Dream?
Washing!
3D printed parts did not turn out like how I thought they would yesterday. And now, literally a day later, we have an actual airless tire bike. I'm so excited for Tony to see this tomorrow. But
bro, what was that cut? Before we continue, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I'm trying to hit 2K before August. Just do it. Just do it.
The next step is going to be to remove these handlebars and replace them with these handlebars. These nice racing ones, even though they're arguably not that nice, but they're going to be more legal than these are. So I can't race.
You cannot race.
The only problem is I have no idea how to do this. I'm praying that this will fit into there. I hope it's not too big or too small. I don't discriminate.
What
What do you mean by that?
The sooner I get the bike done, the sooner I can race. And since that's the dream I've had for so long, it feels so great to finally see the end in sight.
Okay, finally, after literal hours of trying, I got the handlebar off. I might have cut the brakes to do so. Okay, now all I have left to do is put this on, screw a couple of screws in. I think we're gonna be good to go. Except it still won't have brakes.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that you're about to be going like 30, 40 miles an hour with no brakes? One little pebble on the road, one little stone, one little indent.
So trying to 3D print a bike frame, ordering Airless tires on Amazon, and spending 2 full days assembling this thing, the bike was finally done.
Okay guys, the bike is finally done. It turned out better than I could have even imagined it to. There are a few problems with it, like I couldn't figure out how to take a few pieces off, and I had to cut the brakes in order to get the handlebar on here, so there are 0 brakes on this thing. So if I ride it downhill, I will probably die. But I am super excited to see Tony's reaction to this bike.
So now is the time that we have all been waiting for, the inspection. Now, I still have no idea if this bike even rides. I'll be testing that out after the bike
Did I really just hear that he hasn't even tested his own bike?
approved. But first, our meeting with Tony.
Okay guys, we're at Heartland Bicycle. I'm with Tony Helfrich, the race regulator from episode 1, and he's going to examine the bike to make sure it's race regulation.
Yeah, so like Brandon said, my name's Tony Helfrich. I'm a USA Cycling official. What I look for visually are 5 things.
Yeah.
The easiest, front and rear brakes. Okay, so I can see right.
You're cooked.
I might have cut the brakes to do so.
That's definitely number 1. That's the easiest to notice.
Yep.
And typically when I'm looking for front and rear brakes, I'm also going to check for wheel size. And these look like are they 24s?
Yep, 24 inches, yep.
So wheel size is good there.
Let's go.
Tony then proceeded to extensively examine the rest of the bike. The handlebars, bike seat, and weight of the bike somehow all passed the inspection.
Okay, so it literally meets 5 out of the 6 requirements. All I need to do now is get rear and front brakes. We'll be ready to race.
That's right. Good job.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate it.
Yep. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
So with the bike officially race approved, it's time to test it out.
Well, now that we know that this bike is mostly race legal, we still have to fix the brakes, we will. But I want to see if this thing actually rides. Now, Tony said since I don't have brakes on this thing yet, I should probably wear protection. So I got my handy dandy bike helmet.
Guys, I'm actually going so fast. This is insane. I don't think I have ever been happier in my entire life.
We're just coasting, baby.
Over the last year, I've tried building some of the stupidest and weirdest stuff, and every single time they break. So it's just such a good feeling that I finally built something that works.
Let's go! This thing is so dangerous. Oh my gosh. There are 0 brakes on this thing. This is kind of a death trap with no brakes. I don't know how I'm gonna stop. Oh my God, I'm going so fast. Riding as this is, I still have a lot of work to do before the job is finished.
Luckily, I know the perfect guy for the job.
Okay, I'm at Heartland Bicycle. I'm gonna go ask Byron.
Wait a minute, Harlem, which is in New York, which is in the Bronx, which is in the Queens, which is in the Delaware, which is in New Jersey.
Now, Byron is the guy who fixed my bike in episode 1. He runs Heartland Bicycle in Wichita, Kansas, and the reason why I need it by tomorrow is because after searching the internet for bike races near me, the only bike race for the next 3 months is in 2 days. So I headed inside, explained the entire situation to Byron, and well...
Do you think there'd be any chance you'd be able to like put brakes on this by tomorrow?
I'll probably have a brake on there by tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty boys, it is the next day. I have a bike race tomorrow. We're gonna go pick up this bike. There it is. Okay, well, the bike is officially ready for race day tomorrow. Byron did say it's a little janky.
It's pretty sketch, but
I know, it's so homemade, but I love it.
it'll pass.
Okay, we're running late for the race. We have to go.
Met up with one of the race regulators, and he had this to say.
Okay, this is the bike. It's like homemade built. There's no air in the tires.
30 years, first time I met a guy like you. I like it.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's race legal.
Oh, let's go.
So you're eating a steak with the spoon.
So we got my official racer bib on and headed to the start line. And luckily, my conversation with Tony prepared me for what was about to happen.
Okay, listen here, son. This is the race of your life. This is life or death.
But there's usually 2 or 3 of us officials at the race, and we'll look them over as we're walking by, and we'll check them kind of at the starting line and things like that.
But now it's time for the final race regulator to inspect my bike.
Maybe try to hide this thing.
I tried to make conversation to distract him a little bit,
They're airless tires. What do you think?
but he completely ignored me.
You know, this would kind of catch my eye just because of its size. It's on the smaller side.
But alas, I was finally asked this question.
What is your front brake?
My front brake?
Hours of trying. I got the handlebar off.
Yeah, this was the moment in time I realized I messed up.
But what we look for is the easiest front and rear brakes.
I might have cut the brakes to do so.
It's just a rear brake, that's all you're...
I don't know if I have I know I have a rear brake for sure. Do I need a front brake?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I need a front brake also?
You have to have 2 working brakes on your bicycle.
Oh, really? So I can't race?
You cannot race.
Gotcha.
Off with your head now. You had a good run.
Do not get in the field and stay to the right the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Letting me race.
And before I knew it, I was actually racing in a bike race.
He canceled the guillotine.
Here's how the race is set up. It's a 20-minute long race spread across 1 lap. And luckily for me, the race regulator started me in the back, and my goal is to get first place. Hopefully the airless tires will help.
Let's go, boys. The guys, I have Jeremy here for emotional support.
We're coming up to the hill of the course. Nice and gradual.
The hill. The uphills are the best part. Get that lactic acid building up in your quads. Guys, the airless tires, they're holding up, but I'm in dead last.
No one's gonna want to pop your airless tires. They're trash.
So fast. These guys are so fast.
And it was in this moment that I realized I don't think I'm winning because
I have just been lapped.
All those little 12-year-olds just fly by.
I know.
Matter of fact, you lost to a gang of 12-year-olds. Throw away the bike.
As I said before, Zimmer has a nice package.
which is when a racer unexpectedly road raged at me.
Yeah.
This started to feel like a bad dream. I felt unaccepted into the biking community, my quads were burning, and my legs have never looked smaller in my entire life. Ever.
Guys, I hit legs yesterday. This doesn't feel good.
Luckily, that's when I realized.
Okay, we have 1 more lap left.
But as my entire body was struggling from the immense pain of not training, and as my mind was failing to find the motivation to continue, I remembered this conversation I had with Tony right before this entire journey started, when I asked him why he was helping me.
You know, my father, who actually passed about a year ago this time, he has officiated more bicycle races in the state of Kansas than any other cycling official. So this will make him happy. Totally.
Let's go. Oh, we're almost done.
Congratulations! First place with an airless bike.
Oh my God.
2 years ago, about a year and a half before his passing, he was inducted into the Kansas Cycling Hall of Fame. He just got a trail named after him.
Oh my God, guys. I'm so dead. Holy, finally done. I got last place. But I finally did it.
What's the trail called?
It's the,
Since I got last place, I think we can confirm that airless tires don't make you faster. But I now have a decision to make. I can continue to compete in bike races and maybe finally invest in an actual racing bike.
You can get a good bike for a couple $100 that fits you.
Or I can quit and never ride a bike again.
Okay.
It's the Bob Helfrich Memorial Bad Bobby Trail.
Now that we're at the end of this journey, I feel like I did right when I learned how to ride a bike. Excited, optimistic, and with my entire life ahead of me. Which means I have time to make that decision. So for now, I think I'm just gonna enjoy riding my airless tired bike.
It was amazing. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Peace.